Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming your life during and after narcissistic abuse. On this video, I want to talk to you about the art of receiving and manifesting during and after narcissistic abuse. This is so important, right? So we live in an energetic universe. That's just a fact. You attract into your life what you're an energetic match to. Your income, your well-being, everything is affected by your vibrational energy field, right? What you have least resistance to energetically, you'll easily accept. Sometimes what you've got least resistance to at this point of narcissistic abuse is not great treatment by people. The narcissistic abuse cycle is very difficult to manifest your way out of because trauma blocks your manifestations. Your energy field is locked, right? It should be fluid. And when you're in this cycle, you can't connect to a vision for your future. If you do, it will be filled with fear. It'll be very difficult. A big principle of manifestation is being able to vision a future and feel good about it. So you can actually send love to it, right? What you love, you can bring into your reality much faster than something you fear. But for most of us in these cycles, we now fear so heavily. We've gone through so many, fear of loss is a huge one because the narcissist will give us things and take them away, right? We live in this trauma shock of things going well, then things going bad. The rug is always pulled from under our feet, right? To sustainably create safety in our body, to create sustainable energy, which is what we need to be able to receive. Because by the way, after narcissistic abuse, you're on lockdown. Yeah, you're on total shutdown. Your energy field is so locked, you don't want to let anything in. Why? Because that next job means the next narcissistic boss. That next relationship means the next abuser. That next friend means someone who can annihilate you. So your whole energy field is closed. Now, a big part of being able to, even for your subconscious to open up to possibilities, is this receptivity to being in a different field, not in the defense mode of I've just got to protect myself from what else can go wrong, but in the expansion of connecting from your heart to the possibilities of what your life could be, right? So if you force yourself to do that, which I've done in narcissistic abuse, it can actually get more intense because I've been a strong manifestor all of my life. The most confusing thing to me was during these cycles, which they know what they're doing, my manifestation ability wasn't working because of the trauma. I did not understand the trauma element. Most people do not. And they don't teach on it because no one knows about it, right? So all of the principles of manifestation work, but how much they're going to work for you is not dependent on you. It's nothing to do with your ability to manifest. It's to do with the proportion of trauma you're still carrying, right? They know what they're doing, narcissists. They intend to steal your dreams, to keep you in lack cycles. I had someone do it to me recently, which, it was just so disappointing to me. And it hit me. And it did affect my field. It affected my flow of abundance because I got back in that cycle I got triggered. I didn't go back in the cycle. They wanted me to go back in that cycle. But, people's energy that they are holding you in sometimes is not from the best intentions. And again, there are some people we want to help that we need to just let go of because keeping us in these cycles is limiting our future, it's limiting our purpose, it's limiting our money. Time is money. Well, time isn't exactly money, really, in the universe, but how you spend your time is how much you're going to be attracted to money. When they say time is money, it's not exactly, because actually money doesn't work according to time. Man made that. Man was like, well, you get paid this per month, so we expect that. But actually, money doesn't work like that at all. Money is just an energetic situation. But where we put our time, energy and resources is exactly related to how much abundance we're going to manifest. When you spend your energy with these demons, you are literally limiting your entire fulfillment of life because they're keeping you locked in a consciousness, in in a disability to manifest, an inability to attract your true life that your heart was screaming out for. And what happens because of the nervous system dysregulation is that if you force a manifestation through, which I've done many times, you will likely not sustain it. This is the problem. So now you've got more evidence and more trauma, because not only have you gone for things, you've actually got something you wanted and lost it. Got it and lost it. How's your confidence now? That's what I did. I manifested with my trauma was high. I didn't know how to clear the trauma, but I managed to manifest. I managed to connect to the energetics. I brought things into my life that I wanted, and they all literally, because the narcissist knew exactly what to, what to damage in me at the time. You know what I mean? What to get to in my psyche, what to get to in my heart, so that I would change my vibration, really. And I lost it several times. That's so painful. How confident do I feel that I can now carry on? How confident do I even want to ever dare go towards anything again? How confident do I feel that I can sustainably manage my energy field? This is what they want to do. How confident do I think that I know what I'm talking about? I know exactly what I'm talking about, But every doubt, every worry, everything they do to try and erode your sense of self-esteem. I learned some big lessons. One was, cultivating a sense of safety and stability in the body is key. The narcissist is doing everything to put you into chaos. They are the drama queens. They will tell you, oh, I'm not dramatic. It's just because of this. I don't want you to think I'm too dramatic. You will meet them in a love bomb stage and think they are just everything you've ever wanted. And before you know it, your life is full of complete disruption. They'll want your full attention when they want it. They'll interrupt you. They will not care about what you've got going on. They certainly will interfere with your purpose and dreams, because you're going to just keep waking up through it. So I learned the energetics to create stability and safety in the body, right? I teach that in Sovereign. I've got a money magic course that you can self-study. And one of the concepts in that is I teach people to be ahead of their healing, because when you open up to receive more from life, and that's what you've got to do. Right now, when you've been in narcissistic abuse, you don't want to receive from life. Receiving more from life is too scary, but you can't manifest until you open up to receive all of it. And some of it isn't going to be what you want, right? Because it's a universe with everything. But the only way we can do it is open our energy. We're so contracted, we've got to expand, but we've got to do it safely. If you expand before your nervous system can hold it, you're going to go into PTSD. So I code for safety in both Money Magic and Sovereign. In Money Magic, Money Magic you must not do if you've got PTSD, or write to me before Sovereign. I'm not happy with that necessarily, depending on where you are, right? That wasn't designed for people with narcissistic abuse. It was designed for people who were not at that level. It's still trauma healing, but it's, I would like you to have done I would like to know where you are in your trauma before you could buy Money Magic. But Money Magic, I talk about be ahead of your healing, right? So I actually, the first 2 weeks is all about bringing up relationship stuff with ourselves and others. That's what our relationship with money is all about, energetically, right? What we're holding on to, what we're blocking, and why we're blocking it. So we actually preempt it. Being ahead of our healing means we purge it out, we deal with the emotions. So then when you bring in the thing, the money or the man or the house or the thing that you've wanted, the job, the dream, you can hold it because you've cleared all the shit out your system. Otherwise, if you force the manifestation first, you really get it, you won't hold on to it. This is why lottery winners, have you read this? Most lottery winners lose all of their money. You think, how can this happen? Someone often who's been like maybe on minimum wage, often they're low income, they're not like high income people, often that win the lottery, that they've attracted millions. How can they all lose it all? Read it on the internet. This is a statistic. Because of energetics, because for them, they can't hold the 3 million they just got. So even though you think, how, if you're used to like spending, I don't know, a couple of $100 a week, that's your only expenses, right? You're not used to having a lot of money to spend. You've got to watch it. You've got to be careful. You've got to plan, maybe buy an outfit a month, if that, you know what your schedule is. How can you go from that to suddenly millions in the bank and getting rid of it in a few years? Read it. It's statistically true. Reason being, they're not energetically able to sustain it. All their subconscious stuff is actually there. So they reject the money. They do find a way to spend it and lose it. There is so much more going on energetically than there is in the physical realm. Yeah? So I am working on teaching people about trauma healing first before manifestation. Why? Because, especially on this channel, I mean, I teach manifestation in my private sessions if you want private sessions with me, but like, you know, because if you do it, I know how painful it is. If you start manifesting, but you've still got a lot of trauma, the dominant energy in your system, this is the most important thing to hear. The dominant energy wins, which means in your field, you might not know what that dominant subconscious energy is. I believe now, if they let people, when people win the lottery, they should send people like me, energy people, people who understand this, or counselors, coaches or whatever, they should get one of those immediately, so they don't lose their money. I wish that could happen. I hope that happens. I so many ideas I've got, but I really believe it. I believe it's not fair on them. I believe like we should understand this better in our world, because you're setting someone up to lose, and it's very painful. I mean, how ashamed are you then? Oh, I won the lottery and I've got nothing. I'm back on welfare. Well, you look like a fool, but people don't understand energetics. They do not understand. You might have had inheritances yourself. You might have had large windfalls yourself. You might have done certain things where you've had money and you feel ashamed of yourself because you weren't taught energetics, right? It's not anyone's fault in society. We just haven't understood this. It's not fair. People are setting you up to lose because you don't understand what it takes to hold on to that money energetically, and not let your subconscious reject it and your past traumas actually think it's unsafe. The brain actually on a subconscious level thinks it's unsafe to have more. So our block is in receiving more from life, because when we've opened up to life, we've got completely annihilated. It's never more intense than after narcissistic abuse cycles. And you can't force your way through it because you'll bust your nervous system out. So please, I would advise you that you look at what I'm talking about healing your energy field, before you look at give me the money, how do I manifest money? If you go the other way round, right? So for example, the sequence in Money Magic, the very last modules are the manifestation ones. Same with Sovereign. The very last modules, they're the ones everyone wants first. They're the last ones you need. You need the healing first. So I've got you energetically strong, your capacity to hold, safety coded in your body, sovereignty in who you are, your power's intact, now manifest. This is the key, right? So all my sequences do the healing work first. Manifestation work last, because you've got to be ready for it. Otherwise you could lose it, right? I don't want that for you or me or anyone else ever again. It was so horrific to me. It made me doubt whether I could do anything on the planet. I mean, what a joke. I've done so much. I've manifested so much for myself and other people. I have done so much in this, right? How could I doubt it? Because I didn't know trauma. I understood the subconscious could interfere, but I didn't understand the dramatic impact that trauma would have. So the good news about like the energy field is that you'll be very aware of where you are. Like someone posted yesterday, I'm so sorry about this, that they keep going for jobs and it keeps being a narcissist. I spoke before about how the energetics work. So like when I was just finding the next place to escape to, I would just find another situation to escape from, because my energy wasn't coming from desire and love, which is very important for manifestation. It was just coming from that's what I was the energetic match to. Another place to need to escape from, either a narcissist or something awful or blah, blah, blah. So our energetic match is really important, really important. And an energetic match is about cooperative energies, not the same energies. So there's a lot in this, but the first thing you've got to do is reset your energy field. That's the first thing you've got to do. That's not just going to the gym. That's not just walks. This is an energetic game, right? Healing isn't just feeling better about things. It's understanding where you have been energetically impaired. Please, I can't do this work at any better level than I do it in Sovereign. If you can, like, please come into Sovereign if you can. I would, if you desire to really learn about this and really shift it, right? I'm not saying nothing else works. I'm saying there's nothing else I know that would work like this for you. So honestly, I'd love to have you. Please, the link's in the description. The first module drops Monday. You can still join next week, right? But honestly, like, there is nothing like it, what I'm going to teach you in there. Nothing like it that puts it together in the same way. Nothing like it that understands the depths of these modalities and how trauma impacts the whole thing, and doesn't just heal you, it takes you into manifestation, which is the most important thing. It was the most important part of my journey. How did I go from where I was to where I am? It's impossible without knowing that trauma was the only thing blocking my manifestations, and that with an awareness of energetics and sovereignty and power, personal power, you can radically transform this. I'm not health-wise, body-wise, life-wise, the whole thing. I can't even can't even tell you in words sometimes, like, because I want you to feel what I'm saying to you. Like, it makes sense on an intellectual level, but like, if you have an opportunity to transform your life, then please, why would you not take it? That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. If this is what I had, it would have changed my life. I don't even know how to say it another way. So the learnings and wisdom I've got over this is deep. It's like, and the processes I put in are so simple. I've mastered it to a point where, like, I've taken something so layered that took me years into like a really quick sequence where you don't just receive healing, you consciously know what you're doing. There's conscious there's conscious work in there, right? It is, I think, a masterpiece. Like, I would love for you to join it. If you're on any doubt, if you're ready, if you feel excited about coming in and doing something beautiful to radically shift your life, please come into Sovereign. It is opening now. I run it in a very intense way, not because it's intense work for you, because I support the groups, right? I'm in the group with you. I'm commenting on your comments. I'm doing live Q&As. I support you through this, and it is really, really, really good. So, yes, please see the description box. Please come in if you can. Lots of love. I'll speak to you soon.